Hi, you guys. Welcome to our Tuesday night education class. We're excited that you guys are here. And if you guys are joining us or if you've just joined us, why don't you go ahead and put in the comments where you're joining us from and who invited you. It's always exciting to see all the different places from across the country where people are joining. I know that we have different time zones, everything from, Pacific to Mountain to Central. So welcome to our class. As you can see on the screen, this is our self-care, AromaTouch, and Symphony of the Cells class. And I'm excited to be able to teach this to you guys tonight. As we get going, I want to ask that you will kindly keep yourself muted until the end of class, where we will have a time where we'll have Q&A and testimonials. So if you have a testimonial to share or you have a question, go ahead and put them in the chat box. We have great people here who are more than capable of answering most questions, and then we will see what we have at the end of class. You guys can join us every Tuesday night. We always are here at this Zoom link for a education series of different classes. And I'm always happy because the classes are always different. They're very informative, and it really does boil down to helping you to know what to do with confidence with your essential oils. All right, so we're going to just kind of dip into self-care first, and then we're going to transition into two of my favorite techniques on how I can support my family, myself, and my friends. And so self-care is giving the world the best of you instead of what's left of you. I absolutely love this quote because so many times if you're a mother or father, we end up giving most of what we have to our kids, our family, our coworkers, anybody around us, and then whatever's left over is kind of what we get. And I just think that this is a great reminder that you matter. And the way that you take care of yourself, and when you take a pause or a timeout or, any of those types of things, it really is helping to empower us to live our best life and to be able to live a life full of vitality. Now, self-care is also the new healthcare. So we want to be preventive and proactive in preventing any of the different things that we may experience, especially if we are constantly living in a place of chaos or stress, overwhelm. Maybe we're not getting enough sleep. And so I want you guys to just kind of take a step back and know that the way that you invest in yourself now is a way that your body is going to react and be able to support you later. And I think it's really important to just go, yeah, health can be expensive, and it might take us being able to invest in ourselves, in our families, being proactive by, getting a little bit more water. Maybe it's, like I said, better sleep. In the long run, it is going to be able to help your body be able to sustain itself. Now, you guys, I'm going to just go into a little bit about our thoughts and our health and how important it is. So chronic stress and negative emotions can weaken our immune system. There's lots of different studies that show that when we are, rested well, we don't have those immunity issues. A lot of times you'll hear me talk about that time of year or that season when people just get sick. And I don't really buy into that anymore. What I do know is that, there's certain times of the year when we may close up all the windows so we're not getting fresh air. There may be times of the year when we're eating, more sweets and treats, and maybe our stress is, a lot more because of the different things that we are, the holiday seasons or different things like that. And I just know that when we do things like we're practicing gratitude or like I'm talking about self-care, taking time to take a bath or slow down, or, in some cases, you guys, what the big, huge difference that just stopping, taking a pause, taking a really big inhale, deep breath, and then exhale, and how quickly we can reset what we're experiencing. So Dr. Masu Emoto is one of my favorite people to study. And I don't know if you guys are familiar with him. If you are, go ahead and put it in the chat. But I love that he's done lots of different studies on the power of words. And when we think of the power of words in our minds and how it really, has it, one and the same is if we're putting positive thoughts into our mind, then we're probably getting more positive outlook and our bodies are experiencing less stress, less chaos, even when things get a little bit exciting, right? And he's done lots of studies. You guys look him up on YouTube. He shows where, and I went to a training one time where everybody brought a cup or a bowl, like we were supposed to bring our favorite ones, and we filled them half up with water. And then every morning when we got ready to do our training, we would walk by and we would say things out loud to this water. And you guys, it was amazing. Over a 4-day period, we did that multiple times throughout the day. And it was really cool to see the different substance that started building in the water. Like I've never seen it anything like that before. I've also seen where people could stand up at the front of a classroom and everybody doesn't have to even say anything out loud, but they can be thinking, negative thoughts towards the person standing at the front of the classroom and how their body just will react and how their body language and everything changes depending on what the people are thinking. And now if they change those thoughts to something super positive, the body changes again. So you guys, there's a huge impact on words in our bodies and how we react. And I'm just going to throw out there a couple of names and books that I've read, like Dr. Bruce Lipton's research. There's also Dr. Candace Pert, if you guys have known of any of those. I mean, Candace Pert talks about emotions and biochemical reactions, and the importance of being able to address feelings of sadness, feelings of being unworthy, and how we can turn those emotions around and have a completely different outcome. Now, some of you guys might be sitting here going, okay, what the heck? What are we talking about? And so as we get ready to go into our class tonight, I want to just express to you guys that when I was first introduced to doTERRA, it was really awesome because I had a friend who had been really sick. And people went over to her house and said, hey, look, we've got this procedure that we want to do. It's similar to a massage, but it will really change the way that you feel. And she's like, okay, if it's like a massage, I'm up for it. So they simply took her and had her take off her shirt and turn it around backwards, and they laid her over a couch, and they proceeded to do what they called an AromaTouch technique on her back. And when she got done having those oils applied to her back and she stood up, she's like, man, if I'm going to die or if I'm going to be sick, I want to do it feeling like this, because she had such a huge result in the oils as they were being applied. And she had never experienced anything quite like it. And keep in mind, you guys, when they're putting it on those oils, it's really a light touch. But there's a lot to the AromaTouch, which we're going to get to in just a minute. But before we go there, I want to talk to you guys about one of the most frequent asked questions about essential oils, specifically doTERRA, is, are they safe? And as we talk and introduce you to these two different protocols for people, I want you to know that you can use them on everybody and anybody in your household. And this is one of the things that I love most is they are safe. And doTERRA is different. It's 100% pure, unadulterated essential oil. Nothing has been added to the bottle and nothing has been taken out of the bottle, which means that 100% of what's in the bottle is what it says on the label. Did you guys know that in order for an essential oil company to be labeled as pure essential oil, it only has to have 6% in the bottle, which means, and this is not a bottle, but if I had this bottle, it would only be about this much would be essential oil, pure essential oil. The rest could be anything that they want. And so that is one of the reasons that we teach about our oils and how they do stand out and how they are different. Now, because they are unadulterated, we have no risk of bad side effects or addiction. Every single bottle has CPTG written on the bottle. So that means that it is pure, tested grade essential oil. So it's safe to ingest. It's plant-based. It's not only tested, it's the most trusted essential oil in the world. We have grown very quickly, and because moms and kids trust us. So on the right-hand side, you'll see there are 3 different ways that we can use our essential oils. We can use them aromatically, topically, and internally. So we're going to really talk tonight about topical and aromatic, because as the person is getting the oils out and applying the oils for these different techniques, guess what? You're getting them on you. Plus, we're getting to smell them. And anytime I introduce an oil to somebody and I'm doing a protocol or, just whatever it is, I always have them put oils in the palms of their hands and then smell them. Or if I'm applying the oils, I'll put them in my hands and hold my hands out and let them inhale it, because you're going to get a really great result just from smelling it, let alone when you put them on topical. Okay, so we talked just a little bit about the difference, and I'm just going to go a little bit deeper in that our oils all come from plants, either the bark, the seed, the flowers, the roots, and they are also grown in their ideal environments, which means that, can you imagine if you were to grow lemons? Like, I don't know where you guys are all listening from, but I know here locally we have really intense seasons. And there's no way that if I were able to get a lemon tree to grow, first of all, it would have to be in the house for probably 8 of the 12 months. It would have to have a sunlight. It would have to be in a window. I mean, there's all these different things. I would need to give the soil nutrients in order to even get it to grow. So when we pick and source our oils like lemon, we go to the natural source. So we go to Bulgaria, we go to Italy, and these lemons, you guys, are grown in their ideal environment with a great soil and everything else. So they're absolutely giving us way more bang for our buck. Every drop is really great. And then each one of the oils also have over 54 tests to ensure that they're pure and they're potent, that there's no chemicals, there's no synthetics, there's no pesticides and herbicides and things like that. And that's why I love and trust doTERRA essential oils. Okay, so I'm going to just kind of detour just one more second before we get into our 2 different protocols. And I want you guys to remember that as we set a little bit of time aside for our self-care and gratitude, and this is what our bodies, help carry us through, that I want you guys to take a look at frankincense stick. How many of you guys, if you'll tell us in the chat, how many of you guys have used this product? And what's one thing that you love about it? So I love it because it's super easy to use. They've taken Nile wood and frankincense and put it in a really easy to use delivery system. And this can help us with so many things, from emotional benefits to skin discomforts. It helps to promote healthy skin. It's easy. So recently we take our dog out running along the lake, and there's all kinds of bushes and sagebrush and, branches and different things. Well, he started to develop a little bit of a rash on his inner belly and around his inner legs. And I'm going, okay, so what can we use? And I'm pretty sure that it was from running through the brush and stuff. And so I started just every day, twice, once in the morning and once at night, I would take the frankincense stick and just rub it down that rash, and then take my hand and fingers and just kind of rub it in. First of all, he liked it. He was always excited. His little tail starts wagging every time I get the stick out. But within 2 days, that rash was completely gone. And I love that we have products that we can use not only on ourselves, but we can also have our pets benefit from them. Okay, so now let's get into the meat of tonight's class, Symphony of the Cells versus AromaTouch technique. Now, you guys, I know we have a lot of people here who are familiar with both protocols. Tell us in the chat, what one do you like for what reason? Now, there is a difference, and so we're going to kind of break them down and describe to you guys why you would use one over the other. Now, on the bottom part of the screen, I just want to point out that the AromaTouch technique is really, it was developed to help to keep our bodies and to address all the core 4 body systems. So there are things that we might experience that our body automatically has a reaction to. And there's other things that we can control how we react and how our bodies process them. And so tonight we're going to go ahead and break this down and discover which one is what and why. Okay, as we're getting started, I want you to know that both of these systems, the essential oil is applied to the back, the spine, um, to the feet. Some of them is some that we'll hold in our hands, we'll rub and we'll smell. But really, when you look at these reflex points and all of these different charts, the reason that we apply the oils down the spine is because it will help the essential oils go systemic through your entire body. And then each one of our organs are reflected on the chart, on our feet, on our hands, on our spine, and so they can get targeted support. I love that it's very, very simple. I love all the different colors. And sometimes, I don't know about you, but there'll be times when I might have a tender spot on my foot and I'm like, okay, where is it? Like, what is it on my foot and what organ is it attached to? And more times than not, if I look at the foot where it's tender, I target the body part and I can find essential oils to support that organ. And when I apply it to the foot, the pain goes away. I just think our bodies are absolutely miraculous in the way that they are so resilient and how they function. Okay, so we're going to first go into AromaTouch technique. On the right-hand side of the screen, you'll see a QR code. Now, anybody can get certified to do this application. What doTERRA really wants us to do is make sure that we know what the oils are for, how to apply them correctly, and to keep this in its order, because what they have found, so Dr. Hill is pictured down on the right-hand side of the picture, and he's the one who created and developed this. It took him a year, at least a year of, trying different things. And why he came about this is he had been traveling a lot. And when he would come home and then he would be absolutely exhausted and he wanted to still spend quality time with his family. So he would go to his wife and say, hey, put this on my back. Here, put this on me, put this on me. And pretty soon he would, within minutes, he would feel good again. And so he thought, there's something to this. I want to create something where people will be able to get the support they need for whole body, regardless of what they're going through, and be able to have some success. So after all the time of being able to develop it, he came up with the AromaTouch technique. It is to address all 4 of your different core body systems, including our goal is to put us back into homeostasis. How many of you guys, get home from work or, during the middle busy week, or maybe it's the holiday season and you're going, okay, I just don't feel right. Like I feel like I might be coming down with something, but you're not really sure what. So this would be really great to be able to use in that case, because you can see all of the different things, and we're going to break down each one of the categories so you can understand. But back to, if you'd like to get certified, go to this QR code, or you can go to training.doterra.com, and there's a online course where you can go in and you can watch videos and you can do the training as you need to. So if you get once a week for 30 minutes, or if you want to just binge it and do the whole thing, at the end of it, you can get certified where you can go and offer these techniques. A couple of things is they want people who are doing the AromaTouch to keep it true to what it is. That means that if somebody's going through something and you're going, oh, I should throw some frankincense in there, that's not intended to do during this system. You could do it after that you're completely done, but really each one of these were built on like a foundation. So many things that we teach is foundational. So this one really is when you start with the bottom layer, and each time you add an essential oil, think of it as like building a house or a foundation. Is you add one and then you add another that helps to support it, and it gives you even more support, and then you build on and more, and each time you add, you're going to deepen the experience and the benefits. So the first 2 oils that we're going to talk about tonight are stress management. Who here has anyone or knows anyone who ever deals with any stress? I don't know about you, but I don't know a person who doesn't have some kind of stress in their life. The first one is Balance. This one is my go-to oil for so many things. It was my gateway oil into doTERRA. I carried this in my pocket for a year. Yeah, I was that bucket full of mess that had shoved everything down and shoved everything down to where I was ready to just, big things didn't matter, but little things would set me into like a crying fit. And so I found that by taking Balance, which is an amazing blend of essential oils. It's got frankincense, hoe wood, it's got a fir, it's got blue tansy, and blue tansy comes from the chamomile family. So when you put it on your hand, you'll notice a little light blue tint to it. It's absolutely beautiful, but this one really helps to bring us into balance. It helps to ground us. A lot of people here probably, I know Diane's on here and she's like, first thing before my feet even hit the pavement, I put Balance on the bottoms of my feet just to help myself get grounded and start the day. So that is the first oil that we put on. The second oil, which helps to partner with it, is lavender. Now, how many of you guys use lavender? We just had a really great testimonial in Good Vibes where somebody had gotten a severe burn on their arm and they were able to use lavender in a protocol along with a few other essential oils to help the skin recover. This one is probably one of the most well-known essential oils around the world for its ability to calm people, calm skin, calm you down. And what I love is it's not just your mood. It's not just, skin. It's all those things combined. And really, these two together help to promote relaxation. Okay, so then the next two oils are tea tree. Oh, I've got to update this slide, don't I? So the next two are tea tree and On Guard. So tea tree is the anti-oil. So anything skin related, you can always reach for tea tree. It's also the most gentle of all of our essential oils, which means you can drip it directly onto a wound or onto a surface of your skin and it won't have any kind of burn or sting. I love it because like I said, it's the anti. So if you need it on your scalp, if you need it on your skin, like a skin blemish or a disruption on your skin, this one is really, really great. I also will put this inside my mouth, especially if I have any kind of stress in my mouth or sores or anything like that. And it really is calming and very soothing. When I was growing up years and years ago as a small child, way before doTERRA, my dad used to put tea tree on his toothbrush and to keep his mouth super healthy. And so we learned, to use some natural things as we were growing up. So this one, you guys, is for anything anti in your body. So this could have something to do with like skin or immunity. And then we have On Guard. How many of you guys love On Guard? Because On Guard is one of our flagship products. So we have multiple products with On Guard in it because it is so effective in helping to support our immunity. Now you take these two together and it's like a powerhouse team. So think anything viral, anything that you want that boost for. Okay, so On Guard has a bunch of different essential oils in the blend. One of the ones that I want to highlight tonight is clove. Now, clove oil has been found to be one of the highest antioxidant essential oils that there are. So if you experience free radicals in your body, if you have, you just got things going on and you're not really sure why, this is the powerhouse oil. A lot of people starting, generations ago would use clove in different practices such as dental, anything inside your mouth, whether it's, swelling or tooth removal or whatever, to help to numb the area and help it to be able to be proactive in recovery. So these two together, you can see why this would be a great thing to put systemically through your body because you guys, let's be honest, a lot of times we don't know what's going on. And so immunity is definitely something that we can always boost. Okay, so the next category is inflammatory response. Now this is, a lot of people, maybe we don't even realize because we've been in inflammatory struggle for so long that we just kind of put it aside. And so, and little kids, think about like a 2-year-old, would they be able to tell you that they've got something going on, and their legs are growing, or, they got inflammation somewhere? So these two are really great. So AromaTouch is referred to as our massage blend. Now, when I first started with doTERRA for about the first year, this blend kind of sat in the corner because I'm thinking, oh, I go for massages, I don't really need it. One holiday season, I was so stiff through my neck and my shoulders that I could barely turn my head from right to left. And so I just instinctively got it out and thought, you know what? I got to do something. So I put it in my hands, put it down my neck, across my shoulders, and it was like magic. And I remember just smelling it and going, oh my gosh, get me some more. I want to bathe in it, literally. And so still today, you guys, I take an Epsom salt bath with AromaTouch a lot of times after being on my feet all day. So if you are somebody who, maybe you're on your feet all day, you're running around, or you've got a lot of physical activity, or you're getting ready to. This is a great oil to put on, especially when you want blood flow or circulation. So I'll go around my ankles and up towards my knees. Anytime I'm flying with this essential oil, it always helps with the discomfort of flying. And, I don't know about you guys, but sometimes if I were to take my shoes off, I have a hard time getting them back on after I've flown. There's a lot of people who use this for a lot of different reasons. Sitting at the computer for a long time. Okay, so now we're going to also then the partner would be Deep Blue. And Deep Blue, you guys, another one that is a gateway oil for a lot of people. It is available now in an oil, a rub, and a stick. I love all of them for different reasons, but this one, when you combine these two together, there's pretty much nothing that can escape as far as that discomfort in different body parts. And, I'm just going to throw out there that when we apply this essential oil combination, you just never know what somebody's going through, or one thing might be causing something else that we're not aware of because maybe the discomfort is too intense. So if we can calm that down, we've done our job. Now, the last two, if you guys have ever tried wild orange and peppermint, I'm sure there's people on here who have used those two oils together. Wild orange, you guys, I want you to just close your eyes for a second and imagine yourself holding an orange in your hand. And then I want you to take your fingernails and break through that skin and peel it back. I mean, if your mouth doesn't start to water just by thinking about what that smells like, this orange smell is just like that. It's intense. So our citrus oils, all of our citrus oils come from the rind of the fruit, not the flesh itself. So when you break open that fruit for the very first time and it squirts everywhere and it's just like so delicious. And my mouth is watering just talking about it. So what we get from this essential oil in this part of the protocol is it helps to energize, revitalize. So if people are, when we're applying these to down the spine and to the feet and everything, people are super relaxed and sometimes they'll fall asleep and their whole body is like, okay, time to wake up. And so we can use this along with peppermint. And if you really want that afternoon get up and go, or you've got to drive an hour, but you don't want to have some caffeine or anything, is it's like put both of these, drop it in your hand, rub your hands together and inhale and just get ready to be revitalized and energized. It's super invigorating and open up the airways. And this one puts us back into homeostasis. Okay, so now we're going to, so with AromaTouch, you guys, the main thing with this is I use AromaTouch technique when I don't know what's necessarily going on with someone. If they are first day of school, maybe they just need their nerves calmed. This would be a great time to do an AromaTouch. Maybe somebody feels like they're starting to come down with something. They're not really quite sure. They just don't feel 100%. This is a great time for AromaTouch. Maybe you've got somebody who, has been, maybe they've gone through loss or something. This would be a great time for AromaTouch. I love that AromaTouch can be given to anyone, anytime, pretty much any place. You can always, I've had where we have a massage table set up and it's a full-on protocol, and we, lay them on their bellies and we apply all of the oils. And usually, you guys, something like that takes about 20 to 30 minutes. And it's amazing how people will feel energized afterwards. Sometimes people feel like, they're just really sleepy. If somebody's having a hard time sleeping, this is a really great protocol. And isn't it strange that we can use it for energy and for sleep? It's because when we give our bodies what it needs, and the essential oils are just little messengers going, it's okay, or hey, it's time to get, things moving or whatever, then our bodies can react, and it's really awesome, the result. I have given these to newborn babies. We've given them to mamas getting ready to go into labor. We've given them to people camping or hiking. And Tammy's on here. We did a trip to a gal's office once, and afterwards we took and we just laid towels on the table, and we put her on the conference room and table, and we gave her an AromaTouch right there. I've given them on logs in the forest. I've done these all over the place. This is also something that we'll talk about at the end, where you can give them to pets. There isn't an oil in here that is harmful or that has any kind of cautions for people, especially because we're only using, 5 to 6, maybe 7 drops of the essential oil. Okay, now we're going to transition into Symphony of the Cells. Pictured here right in the center is Boyd Truman. He is the creator of Symphony of Cells. It's absolutely amazing what he has been able to create. The difference between these two is Symphony of the Cells is more targeted support. So when you know somebody who has something that they are dealing with specifically, especially if it is long-term, or this is something that you can use for people. Symphony of the Cells focuses on the mind, body, and spirit. There are a lot of different protocols, like you can see here. And again, it's a lot faster technique. This one, you just and it tells you exactly what to do. You can see down here in the center of the screen, a little bit of a key on where to put the oils, and then it lists them out. You can see the little kid getting ready to have one. Doesn't feel good, obviously. And it's super simple and easy, and anyone can give these. Okay, here are a bunch of different protocols, and you can see like there's a digestive support one. If you know people who have chronic, or maybe you're just going through some kind of digestive discomfort, it says step 1, and then it has the little key. So you go shoulders, then you have them inhale it, then you apply it to the feet. Step 2, you would have put a carrier oil on, and so that would be down the spine. And then step 3 is the first oil, which is thyme. And, so it just walks you through each one of these. On the basic protocol, it supports general wellness and immune function. So if you have somebody who just wants, to feel better, or maybe, like I said, you want to target, maybe immunity or something, then it's shown right down here in the middle. You've got frankincense, tea tree, AromaTouch, and peppermint. And you, again, would just follow these directions in the order that it is. Okay, so then we also have a forgiveness protocol. So the forgiveness protocol helps release emotional burdens and promotes peace. So remember, you guys, with forgiveness, sometimes we get to forgive ourselves for maybe the way that we responded to something. Maybe we get to forgive ourselves for just, I don't know, all kinds of different things. We also get to forgive others for maybe the way that they treated us, or the way that we show up. And, forgiveness is probably one of the protocols. Well, I'm not going to say it. I was going to say one of the protocols that's probably most used, but there's all kinds of them. And so this one, again, you can see that you start with Rose. I remember going to a training with Boyd Truman, and we got to pick a protocol and have it applied to us. And this is the one that I did. And I would give one, and then I got one. And it's like, it's amazing how emotionally the essential oils start to work and we get to release different things. So this is so cool, you guys, and I absolutely love that the essential oils can work so quickly and help us to focus on specific things. Another one, so I was at a training a month ago and we were going through some heavy duty stuff, and some of it's scary and we don't know what's going on, and so there's some unknown, and so we all were given the gosh, which one was it? I can't remember. Oh gosh, biotic or anyway, I can't remember which protocol we got, but it was really great because each one of us went in, we got the protocol given to us, and then it just made the training so much easier. It helped us to, release our fear and our doubt and all that kind of stuff and be open-minded to what else is possible. There's also a harmony protocol, which helps to align both the physical and emotional health. I love these. I could share so many, and maybe at the end of class, we'll have a bunch of testimonials on the way that people have been able to use these with their friends and family to just be proactive and support. Okay, so I talked a little bit about our fur friends a minute ago, but this is one of the sections that we have in our new recipe book that is being printed right now as we speak. So this is Give Your Horse or Fur Friends Some Extra Love. We have had different trainings, we've had different workshops where you can apply the essential oils on your pets, your dogs, your cats. You could put them on your horses. And I absolutely love that they also can benefit from this technique. Okay, so pictured here we have the balm roller. So this is one that anytime, so these are questions that come up a lot. Do you really have to use, like for either one of these techniques, whether it's the AromaTouch technique or Symphony of the Cells, what if you just put all of those oils in a roller bottle and apply them down your spine? Like, what's the difference? Well, you guys, first of all, when you put one oil on at a time, the frequency and the chemistry changes. So you start with one and then you add another. It's no longer just that oil. Now we've got the combination of two. So when you're layering them on also, sometimes you're going to get a different result for sure. Now, if you can't do it, or maybe you're in a hurry or on the run, well, of course, having it in a roller bottle is still going to give you a great benefit. It just may not be as intense, and you may need to apply it a little bit more often. We've taken the infectious disease protocol, and a couple of years ago, everybody I know was going, okay, I need to boost my immunity. I need extra support. And so this one was targeted for not only immunity, but for chest area in being able to help support our lungs and our breathing. And so this one has extra things in it. I love it. You guys take a screenshot of this roller bottle blend. This one is for a 10 ml roller and it's very, very effective. I love this one. Anytime I get ready to travel, I will put it on my feet. I will go on the arch of my foot because that represents on the reflex chart our spine. If I start feeling something going on in my throat, then I'll go from this ear and I'll go along my jawline to this ear, and I just roll it once and then I'll take my hands and kind of rub it into place. I know some people who will actually take this blend and they'll put one drop of each in a gel cap and take it internally. You guys, the sky's the limit when we're using doTERRA essential oils in how we can use them and how we can apply them. So the minimum age requirement is something that comes up quite a bit. And so what I'm going to say to this is less more often is always more effective. And so if you have something where you have a very small child, sometimes if I had that roller, I would just touch the top of the roller and maybe apply it down their feet or on the arches of their feet. You can also use one drop or less by you. So I have a friend who has taken each one of these essential oils and she has diluted them with coconut oil and made roller bottles. And so there's so many things that you can do to be protected, or not protected, to be proactive and be ready to be able to use them on anyone. Another one of my friends has taken a oil case and she's taken each one of the protocols and she's just put them in a line with how many drops of each one. She's written it on the little label on the top so that she's got, for grieving, for digestive system, for, immunity. She's got all of these different protocols ready because she gives them to her friends and family often, and she's always ready. So how often do we do these treatments, right? So it just really depends. Like if I could have one every day, I would 100% have one every day. And so if you have somebody who is going through different types of treatments and maybe their body is already being highly stressed by what it's going through, well, then I'm going to say, like on AromaTouch, instead of using, 6 or 7 drops of each one of the essential oils, you might use 1 drop. Now, I'm going to just speak to the benefit of touch. So many times we have, as a society, gotten away from being in our communities, talking to people in person, touching. And there's such a benefit in that physical connection and how our bodies can be supported. And a lot of times you don't even need to say anything. You can just like put your hand on somebody, on their shoulder or something, and they can feel that it's like it grounds them. So the touch is really important, especially when somebody's going through a treatment. So you would use maybe 1 drop of essential oil, and then you would dilute it with a carrier oil. I love using fractionated coconut oil because it's not only a lightweight oil, but there's no fat, there's no scent, and it will not clog your pores. And it moves really nice on the skin and absorbs very quickly. Okay, and then who is the treatment safe for? You guys tell us in the chat, who is this treatment safe for? And, Symphony of the Cells, I know people, like I'm going to say, over the last few years, there are some protocols when people are experiencing extreme things that they would have the protocol morning and then they would have the protocol again at night, and it would give them the best support. Now, remember, with essential oils, we want to always remember that they are pulling things out of our body. Remember, each essential oil has its own message, and they're like these little messengers that go into our cells and tell our cells how to react. And so when we are using them, they're also highly, they help to detox and cleanse and pull things out. So we want to make sure that we stay hydrated. We've started doing something here locally, and I think Bobby's on here and she does them. And I think you can get these treatments other places. But in addition to these 2 protocols, we also do a ionic foot soak. And anytime people have these types of treatments, I always send them home with a packet of our recharge. It's like, which one do you want? Wild strawberry or lemon lime? And, I show them how to knead the bag and how to put it in their water and drink it to stay properly hydrated. That is something that is really important. All right, you guys. So how do we and where do we and what do we, right? So to remember, to get certified or to learn more about AromaTouch, you can go to training.doTERRA.com. You can just scan that QR code. It'll take you directly to that link. You can also find resources. So you can see there's a lot of different books. I have multiple books. I love having paper products in my hands, and not that I'm worried about the internet going down, but I love being able to have this stuff where I need it, when I need it. There's also in some of the books in the back for Symphony of the Cells. If you don't, so AromaTouch, they want you to use the specific oil that is listed, and that's it. Like if you don't have it, then you need to just skip that step and go to the next one. With Symphony of the Cells, you may or may not have all of the oils that are in the protocols, and in the back of the books, they have a place where you can see if you don't have this one, use this one. Because that, you guys, let's be honest, these guys have taken a lot of time, a lot of science, and a lot of trial and error to make sure that these protocols are true to what they offer, and they've got it down to where you can trust that it's just perfect. So aromatools.com, oillife.com, and truewellness.com are where you can find these resource books. Okay, we can't finish class without at least getting to our basics, right? So I did mention earlier foundational products and how, just like when we're using one essential oil over another and we're putting them together and we're building this foundation for wellness, for us, we know that it starts with nutrition. If there's one thing that we're missing in today's world, it is being able to have the proper nutrition that we need. Most everything that we're getting, at the grocery store or over the counter or at restaurants and things, have all kinds of different things that have been, whether the cows and the chickens are eating food that has been chemically altered or whatever, it's almost impossible for us to get really good nutrition. Pictured here is our wellness bundle. I don't go a day without using each one of these products, and I'm so grateful for them. Like I said, there's a time when we could have, gone to the grocery store and cooked everything really great, and now the food value, the nutritional value is just not there. We also have our rewards program, which is incredible. This is how we get, not only with your account, you'll get a free account. Everybody will save 25%. You can get free shipping, which saves us a lot. Now, I didn't really put a lot of emphasis on the free shipping part until recently. When I went to mail something that was like an ounce and it was $5 to mail it. It was crazy how much it is to ship things. You can also get a free monthly product listed down here on the bottom of the screen. Every month, if you have rewards order that is shipped on or before the 15th of 125, you get a free gift. And I love that doTERRA just continues to give us all kinds of things, saying thank you for being a great customer. When you buy the wellness bundle, which is pictured, so it's the Restore, the VMG, and the Omega Plus, you will receive on your first order that really cute shaker bottle and a 5 ml of peppermint. You guys, it's amazing. I just got mine. I absolutely love it. I leave it sitting next to my bathroom counter and I just rinse it out and I just use it over and over. With our rewards orders, you can earn free product. You can do all kinds of really great stuff. Make sure you guys reach out to the person who invited you here today and make sure that you understand all of the benefits and how it works, because we don't want anybody missing out. Okay, what's in it for you? Most of the time, people are like, okay, you've told me all of this stuff. What's in it for me? As far as the rewards part or having your own wholesale account with us, did you know that every single one of you, once you have an account, you have a referral link? Now, everything that I have a friend who every time I go to her social media, she's, got a referral link for this, she's got a referral link for that. And how smart of her, right? Because we're going to buy it, we're going to buy it somewhere. So why not let people buy it from your referral link? When you do share your referral link, it's super easy. You'll log into your office, you'll see the screen at the right or left side of the screen at the top. You copy that link, you send it to your friend, they open it up. If they buy, say, Deep Blue, well, then you're going to get bonus points back where you're going to be able to get free stuff. You guys, free. So what do we offer? Gosh, we have free education. You can get free product. We get to hang out with people that are like-minded in our community. If you're not a part of Good Vibes yet, again, ask the person to introduce you or have you join into our Good Vibes, where we have years and years and years of protocols and recipes and things. And we always offer ongoing support. All right, you guys, I want to say thank you for joining us tonight. I know there is a lot in this, and every time we teach a class, we want it to be helpful, informative, and just, thinking outside of the boxes. What else is possible? And we always want to know, are you open to learning something new? Are you opening your bottles? Are you getting them out? I had two people in my store today, and they're like, "We have so many because we just kept getting the same thing over and over." And I'm like, "Get them, bring them. Let's figure out what to do with what you have." We never want people to have stuff sitting on their shelves. Actually, I do. And I know there's a couple people on here who collect oils. I have a lot of oils, and I collect them because I don't want to be without when I need it. You guys, we have this class every Tuesday night. 5:30 Pacific time. And next week, we'll be talking about happy home, living toxic free. If you know of somebody who wants to watch this or any of our other Good Vibes videos, you can always find us on YouTube at Hayley B Essentials 4277. All right, so now, all right, you guys, hi. I'm so grateful that you guys are all here with us tonight. I'm going to go ahead and we're going to turn off the recording because we're going to go into testimonials and questions. One of the great things about being here with us live is you get all the juicy details, all the stuff that we don't say for everyone else. So go ahead, you guys, wave and let's say goodbye, and I'll stop the recording.